Well, as these talks begin in Sweden, there are questions about perhaps how inclusive they are. And Raheela's going to take us through that conversation now through social media.
That's right, Kamal. Now, after 4 years of devastating war, the people of Yemen are calling for an end to the conflict. And they've launched an online campaign using the hashtag Women for Yemen, demanding that more women take part in the peace negotiations. The advocacy group Women for Yemen Network has released a statement ahead of the talks in Sweden, calling for at least 30% of women to be represented. This is what some of them had to say.
Many women are working now with people witness their suffering, like the Association of the Mothers of the Abducted. Their voices and women like them should fairly represented in the peace talks. At least 30% women should be in the table. Women for Yemen.
We Women for Yemen, we gather today because we believe that women have been marginalized in the peace process, and we believe without women in the peace negotiations, no lasting peace will happen, and this conflict will continue, taking lives of innocent people.
Well, we've been looking at how women and girls have been affected by the war. The UN says 76% of internally displaced people are women and children. An estimated 3 million are at risk of gender-based violence, and 60,000 are at risk of sexual violence, including rape. And there's been more reaction on social media. Yasmin says that if the envoy has the power to evacuate injured Houthis, the government accepts that, then it has the power to impose 30% of women in the negotiations. Meanwhile, others are less hopeful. This person says the women's rights narrative is used by Western diplomats to keep the war going and then sell arms. We've also been speaking to people in the capital, Sana'a. Here's what they've told us.
To get real peace, the US, the Saudi side must be represented on the table, because the Saudi and the US side are those who are leading this aggression against Yemen. It's not a civil war here in Yemen.
All the Yemenis are looking for peace, but peace with respect between the countries. We are really tired. We want to live a normal life like everybody in this world. We want to have our salaries. We want to open the airports, to break the blockade.
And as always, we do want to hear from you, so tweet us, use the hashtag AJ Newsgrid.